Notifications have been sent out. I'm missing a light. There we go. Now we should be good. What's up, everybody? We're here with a episode of Bacon After Dark. It's breakfast for dinner. It's 10 o'clock Central Time for me here in Milwaukee. Thanks for joining me. We are just starting up right now. I got the Kings at the Washington Nationals for this one. We'll look at that Washington National roster, beginning with the starting pitcher. It's going to be Rich Parker. Here's the delivery. It's Cody Allen's windup. He was a relief pitcher, but there's the windup. Goes two-seam curveball, four-seam changeup, and then a fifth pitch is a slider. Stamina's only at 77, and then not really much for notable stats. That's kind of the curve I work with there. Fastball, two-seam gets up to 94. Control is at 61. Curveball's at 47. Four-seam is at 68. Okay, so it doesn't have great control. The changeup won't be there, and then slider is just a fifth pitch, kind of a show-me slider. If you will. 6'2", 205, the starting pitcher for these Washington Nationals. And we'll look at their entire roster. I traded Ryan Walker there from the Spiders. He's a former Indian or Spider. And then so was another pitcher. There he is, Young Ko. And then they brought up Duarte. Nice. I like Duarte. Looking for other injuries. They got 3 catchers on this roster. That's interesting. The rosters did expand. So that's why Overton is injured. He tore his Achilles tendon. Terrible season. Through 63 games, he was below the Mendoza line, but had 10 home runs. Corner outfielder, power guy, he's out. Mike McMahon, he is also injured. He's probably done for the rest of the year, too. Not a great season, and yeah, he lost some contact left. He needs contact left if he's going to be an everyday player, but he's more of like a 4 or even a 5th outfielder type. So they got other guys working here. Casillas is one of the new guys on the Bacon Stream roster. Joel Snell made his debut against us, and then there's Colin Vickers and right. So that's it. Just those 2 outfield injuries on the major league level for those Nationals. What's up, Be Like Mike? I saw your post on OS. I will be around on Saturday. Hopefully, I can watch some of that. And yeah, more gameplay, of course. Yeah, this was the one. This is my makeup stream. So I missed one on Monday that I had to cancel because of some unforeseen circumstances. So I'm making it up for everybody today. I'm trying to do 4 games, maybe 5 games a week or so, all on stream. So let's take a look at the standings. The Kings aren't out of it. We're only 4 games back of the Mets ahead of us. The Nationals are behind us. That's who we're playing today. And then here's the wild card standings. The Rockies and the Giants currently sitting there. Padres are 3 games behind, and then we're 4 games behind. I don't care about the people behind us. Cardinals could lose 100 games. We will see. But this is going to come down to the wire and basically be because of our injuries. See what we can do based off of the guys that have came up since the injuries have happened. So hopefully we get some production there. Good. Yeah, I can't wait, Mike. And I responded to your post as well. I like the Orioles. I think the Orioles are the best team in the AL East in Bacon's fictional roster. Don't take that out of context. They're not the best team in the East right now. But I like the talent they got. TJ Reed is probably the best. I like Cameron Porter. And I forgot to say, too, make sure you're using the Bacon Stream roster. That's the most updated one. That's the one you should be using if you're doing a new franchise starting anytime soon. Bacon Stream roster is what it's called in the vault. You should have that for sure. I forgot to mention, too, I brought up Max Foster. He's a catcher that also plays left and right field, right field being the primary. He made his debut off camera, off stream. And then I picked up Chihiro Sato because I had J.C. Ray get injured, and he's off to a good start. Good, yeah. If you have Cameron Porter on your roster, then that's the correct one. Cameron Porter being the center fielder. Veteran center fielder there. Yeah, there's a couple other guys. TJ Reed has a new face, which is a weird sentence to say, but I redid his facial structure a little bit, and he looks a little different. So, double check, though. That should be the one you're using. That's the one I am using. That's the one I will be using probably through the end of MLB 20's game cycle. So,
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition
Here we
of
go.
baseball on the show.
They're going to show their
Coming
pitcher,
up,
and once
we've
they
got a
do,
good matchup
then I'll go to a
in
full
store
screen.
between the Kings and the Washington Nationals. As October draws nearer, the race for the postseason intensifies. A pivotal game for two division rivals. Next.
Cool. This is a big one for us. This is Rich Parker, 27 starts already. He's 5 and 10, 4.49 ERA. That's not
tell by the
great.
strikeout to walk ratio 2-to-1 that this guy is more a pitch to contact guy than a strikeout walk guy.
Now to the plate,
Cool.
Sato, and we are set for baseball. Here's
Yoshihiro Sato. It's my first appearance with him on stream.
Here comes the first
One of the
pitch.
big shot right there.
And this pitch is right down the middle, strike one.
I almost forgot that I don't have zone hitting on anymore. I changed to analog last game.
Best baseball of late as they've dropped 4 of their last 5.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way.
So here
to
we
be a
go.
little bit realistic.
Sato's already hitting 500 to start his major league
So they
career.
lost last game,
He's a
fine,
foreign
but
guy,
find a way
so
to
he
execute
signs
the
a
game on the winning side.
or he's like you have to. They don't have it in as a system in the game for like international players to sign. So I just have a couple of them in free agency. And Sato's one of them where you can sign him at any point in the season. And he's a veteran of the Japanese. What's the name of the league there? NPV. Or am I thinking the other one? That's right, Noble Bacon After Dark. It's breakfast for dinner tonight. I hope this is a night game too. I accidentally played a day game at night last time, I believe, and that was one of the weirder things. But I believe this is a night game.
Line drive to center field.
Right to the center fielder.
Snell is right
That's
there.
Joel
One
Snell
down.
out there. He starts in AAA, the franchise.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors. In
There's
this
our
one.
lineup. I got
Do you
Bobby
know how they
Getz
lock
batting
up a
second.
series victory here on the road?
Yeah, Matty,
And then
you
it's
take a
Parker,
look up and down this
Franklin,
lineup.
Fujita, and then Aguilera, Mesoraco, Salazar, and Emerling.
I
I won't talk about the game I did earlier today because I'm sure a few people who are watching haven't seen it. It was I described it as a barn burner in the moment, but it was an offensive explosion for both teams, and you guys should check it out if you haven't already. It's in my videos on here, and then it's also on my YouTube, which is called Bacon's Fictional.
This one's
And then if you follow me on OS, it's on my my arena on OS. But just getting started here tonight. The second game I've played today. That's a ball inside. Going to be lots of two seams from Rich Parker. Gets it up to 94-ish. There we go. That's a hit. Bobby Getz is such a dude. I don't even know what's up with this. Seriously, I didn't mean for him to be such a masher, but he is. And I love it. Bobby Getz in the 2-hole. It's a perfect spot for him, too. Time for some Bacon After Dark. That's correct, Ramjet. Glad you got to both of these, too. I'm trying to be consistent with the schedule, or at least put out a schedule and then stay to it, so at least the people who pay attention to the schedule are rewarded. So I'm glad you're here, Ramjet. And everyone else is here, of course. Being a 10 o'clock stream, I don't usually stream this late. And then everyone who was with me this morning, or not this morning, this afternoon, I usually don't stream that early in the afternoon like I did today, a noon start. I'm thinking I could do 2 games if I do that next Thursday. I had some homework I had to finish before getting to class, so that's why I wasn't unable to do a second game earlier today. But Thursday could be a 3-game Thursday kind of thing. We'll see. I kind of want to progress through this franchise quickly as we get into baseball season here. Games starting, what is it, Saturday? I think there's first games are all on Saturday and Sunday. So very exciting to be a baseball fan right now as we have games starting very soon. That's a ball. I got to think about moving Parker in the offseason too. He's been fantastic, but I think I can get a haul back for him. And his value is going to go down after now, so I might trade him at the peak. That makes the most sense to me. Especially if we're going to do a retooling here. He walks. Now here's Mason Franklin. the leader for a Gold Glove in the National League, one of the best defensive first basemen in the senior circuit. And I always mash with him. I hit everything right at somebody when I have Franklin. Have Franklin up.
He gets over at second. Parker is over at first with one away.
That's a ball. There we go.
It's 1-1.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch.
Someone in the early stream suggested I get a perfect counter. I should do that.
But I like the idea behind it.
It should be pretty easy to set up. I got to figure that out though.
1-1.
Make it so I just like have to press a button and then it does a tally. That would make some sense, right?
He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Nonetheless, we'll work with what we have. Is a 2-1 count to Franklin now.
Now the 2-1.
As always, if you guys have questions about the roster, throw them in the chat. If you have questions about what team you should be using, I love answering that question because there's so many teams that you could be using. If you have questions about where I came up with the players or specifics about anybody, let me know as well. I'd love to answer any question about the set. You can even talk about the show. Is this a home run? This is a home run. Let's go! That's Mason Franklin with a home run here in the first inning right here.
So a 3-run
There's our
shot
special
to
air
left
horn for
center,
every home
number
run.
26 for him on
You
the
love to
season,
see it.
as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Nothing quite like getting off to a start like this. A 3-run home run, 3 straight batters reach, a double, a walk, and then that home run from Mason Franklin.
Hit a home run in last night's game, and if they continue to pitch him on the outer part of the
That's
plate,
right, Noble.
look out
See,
for
that's all he
guys
does
that
for me
do
is
some
hit home
major
runs.
damage.
I don't hit singles with Mason Franklin at all. You saw the average was at 220.
At the plate now.
But yeah, I know he's struggling for you. I'm glad that he's at least hitting some for me. I believe he leads my team in home runs. I'm actually curious now. Yes, he does. 26. Parker has 23. Those are probably the top 2 trade candidates for me if I do a retool. Yeah, you don't hit with him at all. Ramjet, you're right. I better keep scoring. Fujita has 18. He's the leading candidate for Rookie of the Year. I mentioned that before. And then Aguilar has 16. Getz has 10. Getz wasn't even with the team the whole year. Much better start than my last game. Yeah, we're up 3-0 instead of giving up a lead to start. Again, spoilers if you didn't watch the game from earlier today. Oh my goodness, that was an out? Okay, we got to see replay on this.
Bang bang play, so no surprise here that they're giving it another look, and they may
Love it. Show
decide
it to me.
challenge the call
Pena
on
makes
the
a throw
field.
across the diamond. He's a good defensive third baseman. This looks like I'm safe. Oh, yeah, not even close. What's going on here, Blue?
From that angle, I can see why this
Is Rick Kranitz really the
So
pitching
here's
coach for
signal
the
from
for the
bench,
Braves?
and they will indeed
I hate
ask
Rick
for that
Kranitz.
play to be
Pitching coach for the
reviewed.
Brewers
So
for a
the
bit.
umpires will get on
What's
the horn
wrong
with
with
the
him?
replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer.
But yeah, this is going to take just a quick second. He obviously beats it. The ball's not even in the frame here. What's going on?
To change the call to safe.
The decision appears to have been made, and
That was the worst call I've seen in a long time here.
Good challenge there, and they'll maintain
A great challenge
there
there.
later in the game if needed. Stepping in
Again, those never come up.
Aguilera.
So I usually challenge whenever they come up anyway.
This is gonna get down and should be
No
extra
chance.
bases.
No, I can't risk it there. Only one out. Another big hit. That's our second double of the inning.
When he started this
So an
game,
infield single, 2 doubles, and a home run to go along with our walk.
was not what he had in
And we're in a situation to pick up a couple more runs
The way
here.
it's going right now, this has the makings of a start. He's going to want to forget.
That's Mike. It was pretty close. That's what we call bang bang. You don't know which bang came first, of course, right? Yeah, in real time, I can see it. In the replay, not so much. That's pretty embarrassing. This is Mesoraco. He's had some big hits for me.
From the belt, kicks and deals.
There it is.
Back up the middle and in for a base
Look at this
hit.
dude. Why are you stopping?
I
Wanted to have him come home too. That should have been a 2-run single. Ramjet, I am stealing signs, yes. I mean, he's tipping his pitches. He's throwing meatballs all day. I'm going to regret saying that later, aren't I? Snell with a great throw in. I love this, the show motion when he just does a tumble like this. Love it. Here's Salazar. You guys know how much I like Ari Salazar, my utility infielder for the Kings. It's a ball down.
Look at a first pitch fastball for ball one.
Better not be
He definitely
Jasper.
doesn't look himself to start this one, and this lineup needs to
Oh,
be
come on
the
now.
attack
Okay, it'll be after this
early
at bat.
and be aggressive
Whenever you guys
and
redeem
find a
anything
way to
like that,
stay
I'll
in
do
this
it
game.
after the active at bat, like the 10 push-ups there. And warning, I will be breathing heavily shortly afterwards.
A switch hitter that stands in at an even 6 feet.
Here's Salazar,
tall.
2-0
He's in his
right
rookie
here.
year at the big league level.
Going after junk right there. It's a ball
I kinda
high.
like the aggressive
So it's
attitude
2-1 now
right
for
there.
Salazar.
I know he's in a jam. What does he do? He goes to his best stuff, and that's the fastball.
Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul.
2-2 now after I foul that pitch off. Just a curveball across the plate.
Ground ball to second.
Oh, and
This
we're
could
not going to
be
even
two.
get another run
Got
here.
it to second for one.
Oh, unless he beats it out. Let's go,
Nice.
Salazar.
Gets the
Reaches on the
throw by
fielder's
a
choice. We get a
Well,
fifth
they
run
really
here in the
did have a
first
shot
inning.
at turning two on the high chopper.
You
They
love to
only
see it.
scored one, and that allows the runner from third to score.
It makes up for us not scoring on the previous play. The hit that should have been
Now in the
a
box,
run.
Mario Emerling.
Troy, yeah, you should have sent him to
Take
bed
his
before you
first
gave me the
pitch
10
here.
push-ups. I will do that now. Yeah, thanks for that, Jasper, and go to bed. So we got 5 runs already. This is the pitcher at the plate. He's even a decent hitter.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself.
An 11th round draft pick in 2015. That's one thing I'd really like to be able to edit, is when they were drafted, how they were acquired, all that little stuff that pops up in the bottom corner. I should be able to edit everything like that.
The 1-0 delivery.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now.
Yeah,
on
maybe
2-0.
in the future.
If he's having a hard time throwing strikes.
Hey, thanks for watching though,
you might as
Jasper.
well
Appreciate
let him
you.
work
Go to bed.
himself into trouble.
No, just kidding. He's got another 40 minutes before it matters. Right, it's 11 o'clock.
Skied into
Is this a home run? No.
Vickers.
He got close to hitting one out before.
And finally put an end to the inning. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up. Atlanta is on top here, 5-0.
So a great start. We get 5 runs in the top half of the first inning, mostly thanks to that 3-run home run. This is Mario Emerling. You can't see his name. 25 starts, 7-13 record, 5.29 ERA. Hasn't been great.
He keeps getting better. He keeps
He
learning.
was good for
If he
me
continues at this pace,
last
this
time
guy's
out.
a
Last time I
chance to
pitched
be
with him,
one
I
of
believe
the
that was against the
most
Cubs.
reliable pitchers in the game.
But Mario Emerling acquired him from the Angels.
He'll lead things off here in
Here's
the
Gordon
bottom
Landry,
half.
who's an all-star this year, averaged just under 300.
Here it comes.
Mostly a stolen base guy.
Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball. And here's a swing.
Emerling's got a couple of breaking balls. I believe it's the slurve, and yeah, slider's the other one. Slurve, he's got a little bit more of a feel for it, and that's the slider for the first out. No way Landry beats that out. There we go. Hydrate, okay. Thanks, Troy.
And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's been the fire starter for this team. Last 10 games, how about an on-base percentage of over 400?
It's all water
As he
tonight.
goes, so goes the
Actually, I
team.
do have
He's
one in there
playing
where
great
it says
ball
I'll grab a
and
drink
making
out of the
things happen.
fridge. And it won't be water when I, if you guys redeem that one.
Brown. No balls and 1 strike. 258 the average to begin play.
Here's Ben Brown, the
Runs
veteran
and
utility
even
man.
40
Plays both
RBIs.
infield and left field. I think he plays right field, too. Is he right? All 3 outfield spots. All 4 infield, all 3 outfield.
And there's ball 1.
Again, I've talked about that
You guys should
before.
take
I'd like
a
to
look
see
at our
some sort of
visitors
a
here with the early lead
like a
tonight as
comfort
we play
level
the
for
bottom
each
of the
secondary
first.
position.
They
Maybe
look
have
to
it just
make
be a
2 in
3
row as they were winners last time out.
a 3-tier
Yeah, Matt, he
situation
started this road trip off
where
right.
it's
Yesterday,
uncomfortable
there
with
was
playing a
one
secondary
common
position.
theme.
That's
There
like a
was
first
great
baseman who
starting
looks
pitching.
lost
Guy
in the
went out,
outfield.
absolutely executed.
And then there's
Hopefully he passes the baton
somewhat
to this guy
comfortable,
today.
who's like a
He goes
utility
out
guy
and
that's just
follows.
learning.
Ball
And then the
taken
third
there,
one
2
is
and
like
1 now.
super comfortable, which is like a Marwin Gonzalez who can play anywhere, who's like okay playing first base today and third base tomorrow. Love to see something like that. It could be like a player trait kind of thing. But they'd get like harsher penalties if they're uncomfortable playing, you know, say the outfield or something like that.
The 3-2 pitch.
There we go. Come on.
And they can't run it down. The next 3-2. Rolled slowly down.
Another foul ball. This is a long at bat from Brown. Yeah, thanks, Troy. Yeah, it's all water. It was all water. That's a ball high. So Brown walks here for the Nationals.
Oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher.
I don't like that. Here's Howard Thompkins, 298, leading the Nationals. He got 16 home runs and 75 driven in. I don't think his 16 home runs leads the team either. I wonder if home runs are down. Actually, I wasn't even looking. I know there's a few guys with big home run totals. And I mean, Thompkins not going to be like a 40 home run guy anyways. But I've seen him get in the 30s. High 20s pretty consistently. He can still get to 20, of course. We still got the rest of this month. Here's the 0-2 to Thompkins. There we go. Goes after a terrible pitch off the plate. Usually try to waste one on 0-2, but Thompkins was looking for none of that. Strikes out on a slider down and away. Here's Bo Sorensen, 26. That's a career high for him. Again, I like those numbers like that. And like seeing it say like, oh, this is, you know, he's got 26 home runs in the season. That's a career high. I love those little nuggets that they show.
And it's 1-2.
Fastball up. Oh, didn't even do that. I'm happy he didn't hit him at least. I can still get out here.
2 out with the man at first. Into center field.
Duran, I might. It's only 5-0.
Not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch.
I do like the bullpen here, though. The bullpen's been working a little bit better in Atlanta than it had been in Cleveland. So we'll see. So we got a walk and a hit so far. Pena's up now. He was an all-star. He's also got 26 home runs. Look at that. So it's him and Sorensen who have the big home run totals. That was not that far off the plate there, Blue. These umpires today are going to cost me the game. It's the umpire's fault, okay? Mercer's next. 258, 18 homers. 61 driven in for him. This is a 3-0 pitch, so I'm going to pipe one.
Set to deliver on 3-0.
Ooh, he swung at it.
And this is heading out toward left field.
Didn't think he would. Okay.
Up into the crowd.
As a two-seam in, here's the four-seam, same thing. There we go, strike 2.
That gets the zone for a strike.
Oh, you're not going to bed, Jasper? Okay. Well, guess what? You're going to get a 9-inning baseball game then. Hopefully. I hope it's only 9 innings. I can't stand extra inning baseball games, especially the ones that go past 11 innings. There we go. Get out of this one. And we keep our 5-run lead through the first inning.
Nats leave a pair. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit.
Gonna have the top of the order coming up again. Get to see Chihiro Sato with a new signing.
Stepping up to the plate, Sato.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down.
Get a 500 average coming into this game. Got him in free agency about a week ago.
Here it comes.
It's a ball. Ooh, okay. Thought that was a ball down. Okay. Not what I want to see from you, Blue. And then I go after that because it's 1-1. And I was hesitant on swinging. Should be 3-0. All 3 of those pitches were balls. And then that's another ball.
Again, another foul ball.
Hate it. Was that 5 pitches? That was 5 pitches, right? So he threw 33 in the first inning. That's great. These big innings that we've had have been fantastic in terms of getting the pitch counts up. Even if I'm not getting hits with my leadoff man.
Flip on to first to record the out.
Yep, Chihiro Sato. Here's Bobby Getz. He started off everything in the first. Doubled and later scored a run. And we didn't even get our second out until we got to the 8th hitter.
Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it.
So 2 through 7 all reached. And then the 8th hitter actually reached on a fielder's choice. Quick recap of that first inning if you missed it. 5 runs for these Kings, the Atlanta Kings. This is a big game for us. Mentioned it at the top. But we are looking to become a wild card. Preferably the first wild card, but in is better than out, right?
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip.
Nonetheless, you got to get in the dance to be able to participate. So, hoping we get a wild card game. It'd be really exciting to do one of those on stream then too, huh? Play against one of the better teams on stream, playing a wild card game. Maybe that would stop me from tearing it down too. We'll see. Bobby Getz with a grounder. That gets scooped up by Landry, and he makes the play. Gordon Landry, the second baseman. So Landry, when I originally created him, was number 21. And I'm not sure how many people on the roster who know about the roster know this, but I actually universally retired the number 21 because of the great Roberto Clemente. So you won't see a guy by default wearing 21 on Bacon's fictional roster. I can't do anything about if they are forced to wear it, if there's 2 guys wearing 20, or if he's supposed to wear 20 and it's retired. But 21 has been intentionally universally ritired throughout my rosters. What's up, Phillies fan? Not much going on here. We just got 5 runs in the first, though. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I like the purple a lot, too. The purple and yellow. It contrasts well, and then there isn't much yellow for the road jerseys, but the home jerseys have a little more yellow on them. But again, I like the purple because there's not really any other team that uses purple as a primary. You can say the Rockies, but they still have a lot more black before purple. But yeah, it's like a soft purple. Here's Emmerling for the second. Mercer was 0 for 4 yesterday with a hat trick. Yeah, I see why they haven't been 6th then. Am I going to regret saying that too? Probably. 0-2. That means it's going to be a slider down. Didn't get it down enough. Still got the first out, and that gets hit to Fujita, my shortstop playing in right field. Rookie of the Year candidate right there, Elijah Fujita. Here we go. Is this Colin Vickers? Noble, I agree. Yeah, they should use a lot more purple. And yeah, the Marlins, same thing. Yeah, they should use a lot more blue. They got that red that's really interesting for the Marlins. That kind of came out of nowhere. But also with the Marlins, the way that their jerseys work, I'm okay with them having a lot of black or doing white shoes. If you require white shoes for Miami, I'd like that. That would be hot for the Marlins. But yeah, the OG Marlins were definitely the best. Or the best color, at least. I think the unis got a little bit better over time, and then they peaked right when they moved into the new stadium, and then tore it up right before they moved into the new stadium, and then they tore it all apart. Started with the orange and black. First pitch of the at bat. But if we're talking about the game specifically, I like the 03, or I think it's 03 is the year it says in the game for the Marlins. And then they have like a Florida black alternate for the road. That's probably the best one. Controversial opinion, I know. Down the third baseline, but this will be a Joel Snell's the 8th hitter here. I'd love to get him out to get the pitcher to the plate to start the next inning. Yeah, he has no batting average. 161. On base is great, though. How did you do that? How do you use your on base 200 points higher than your batting average? He's looking to walk every time. There we go. Just like I said, a quick 1-2-3 inning. And they'll have their pitcher, Rich Parker, leading off the third. Held in check here this half of the inning. We'll go now to the top of the third. Here's my third. It's going to be Mason Franklin first. You're going to show his home run? No? He had one yesterday, too, it says. He's got, for the series, 3 for 5, 2 homers, and 6 driven in. So he had 3 RBIs yesterday, too. I'm going to fill my water real fast, and then we'll start batting here in the third.
that ball up
All
and
right,
down
here we
and in
go.
and out, and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Too high that time with the inning's first pitch.
Franklin
It's
leads a
ball
team
one.
with 66 RBIs. That's an insanely low number. Like, are we just that anemic on offense?
Is put in
That our
play to the
leading
right
RBI
side of
guy
the
has only
infield.
66? Easily going to get the out there. Franklin doesn't run much in his old age.
Yeah,
we're saying 35's old.
So with one away, time for a check of our current
There's the
division
standings. Washington is the one that highlighted, but we're in second. The
Atlanta
Atlanta Kings, 68 and 70, within shouting distance of both the division and the wild card. 3.5 back in the division, 4 back in the wild card. So this is a big game for us to win. 5-run lead here early. If you guys know, how these games can go.
First offering on its way.
I mean, you're baseball old. That's. I'm going to offend a lot of people by saying that, huh? Phillies fan.
Plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the count.
I'm saying you're not going to be able to run like you did when you were 23. That's what I'm saying more than anything else.
Throw gets him.
Am I going to regret saying that too? Probably. Here's Aguilera. Sweet swinging right-hander. You did. My girlfriend was looking through my beard, and she was like, "You got a gray one right here." And I was like, "No, I don't." Better not.
Pitches, here it is.
I can't be 24 and have some grays.
This right-handed pitcher is
No, that was the first one that I'd heard of, actually. It was like right over here. You obviously can't see it on screen. You're right, yeah. Gavin Cook might have 66 homers. The way that you're going. Seriously. I'd love to see those games. I want to know your approach with Gavin Cook. It's too late for me anyways. He got dumped. He's on the Angels now. So we'll see him next season, I'm sure. Oh, that was a ball, sir. This umpire has been making some interesting calls here. We actually play the Angels later on this month. So the Spiders will see the Angels. Spoiler alert. We'll also see the Rockies next time out, I believe. The next game I play with the Spiders will be with the against the Rockies.
Which has been a real source of pride for this club. They're currently near the top of the league in team batting average, so more often than not, they're going to give opposing pitchers a tough matchup. One player told me before the game.
So I heard a rumor about the tech test that you might be able to turn off Heidi in MLB 21. And you guys know how much I dislike Heidi Watney in the game. So there's a chance she won't be making a return once I get MLB 21.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Stuck with her MLB 20 though, so it's fine.
In to start things out as he swings and misses at that one. It's strike one.
Little hesitation.
Yeah, flat out. I can't tell you how many times I've heard Heidi Watney and no one else say flat out.
Could have been sitting on something else.
1-1.
Phillies fan, you got drafted to a nice team at least. The Mariners are a good one. What position are you? Haven't played a lot lately, but yeah, get back at it. I was wondering if people are interested in Road to the Show, I'd play some Road to the Show on stream. Maybe dedicate a day or two a week, and we'll play, a little while there. Starting pitcher, very nice.
Got him. The slurve that time, and that'll be the
Tore him
first
to
out of the inning.
pieces. Yeah, the closer's the best one on the roster. That's Tyler Elliott. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. When I was simulating season stats for Tyler Elliott, I decided that his most recent season he was going to have a 0 ERA, and therefore I would simulate a game or a day in general, and then I would I'd save if he didn't give up a run, and I wouldn't save if he did. And I continued that process through the entire length of the season. It took about the length of a 2-hour film that I was watching. And it resulted in him having the best season that you can find on Bacon's fictional roster within the statistics that are there. So yeah, Phillies fan, that was 100% intentional. It took an entire evening because I simulated the rest of his career stats before that, and I was like, let's just do that. Because I wanted one guy with some really outlier statistics. So he may have given up a few unearned runs. But he didn't give up any earned runs that entire season.
5'10"
Finished with a
inches
0
tall,
ERA.
bats left, but throws right-handed.
So,
he was a 5th-round pick back in
yeah,
the
very
draft
cool.
of
Very
2007.
something that I just again, like, you don't find that in other rosters. I don't know other people who've simulated stats to get to 0 ERAs for some relief pitchers.
And he won't bite at that point
Noble
either.
patient
It's
at the
2-0.
plate with Cook.
Not even close with
At
the
certain
1-0.
locations,
He needs
yeah.
to get
You use
back in
zone
the
then,
zone,
don't you?
but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Yeah, I wonder what his walk totals are like then. I know you have your spreadsheet.
Now the 2-0.
Because if you got that approach and he's walking that much, then, you know, maybe he gets to 100 in a season. 100 walks in a season is a good number. Nice round number. That's ball 4. Brown walks 2 times. He's not a guy I'm scared of, but I don't know what I'm doing there. 3-0 slurve that's nowhere near the plate. Yeah, Phillies fan. I mean, I put in so much effort trying to make it a unique roster and a unique experience, and the statistics are definitely part of it. 14.8% walk rate, that's fantastic, Noble. Yeah, that's on the higher end right there. It's not Barry Bonds territory quite yet.
Slurve in there, strike 1.
There we go, that's the slurve I wanted to land. And yeah, there are personal touches on, I'm not going to say every player, but definitely on every single roster, every single team. There's unique guys everywhere. On pace for 102 homers and 108 walks. You know how much I hate it when people say on pace. But yeah, that's great. That's good stuff.
And he takes one off the inside.
Helps that you have him DHing too. Yeah, because he's a mess in the field.
In the dirt here. No advance here, but it's 3-1 now. A runner on first with 2 away. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first.
It's 3-2 to Thompkins.
On this pitch.
Oh, come on, that's going to be in the hole.
And a good effort on the
Just barely too, because I was holding the runner. Boy, if Heidi said on pace and she said flat out, I would be so done. I would always play on mute.
Hey, you got to respect the first baseman getting dirty right
See,
there.
okay, really clearly, I like Heidi in real life. I do not like Heidi in MLB The Show. She just isn't good. Flat out is terrible, yeah. And yeah, no offense to you, Noble. It's good when you got the numbers in front of you. But I just don't like hearing like, oh, he's on pace for 110 home runs. I just don't care. Yeah, Phillies fan, I feel the same way. I like DeRosa a lot in person, like in real life. And I don't know him in person, obviously. I just know him through MLB Network. And he's a good analyst, and he's a smart guy. Went to Penn, and the former player like really like comes out in him when he talks about baseball, and that's dropping. Wow. All right, John, I am blowing this lead. Okay, that's the wrong button. But yeah, DeRosa in the booth, I don't like as much because he's not usually an announcer. He's not usually like an announcer for regular baseball games. So why is he an announcer in the baseball video game? Yeah, Noble. Again, it works for you, and it works if you have the data in front of you. But I also like the percentages a lot. Dron, you're right. I'm flat out on pace to blow this lead. No, actually, Noble, if you want to do some trends here, I've scored 5 runs in 3 innings. That means I'll score 15 runs this game, and I should only give up 1 every 3 innings. So I should win this game 15-3. I'm on pace to win 15-3, flat out.
And he fouls this one off.
Yeah, Ramjet. Yeah, I just jam the X and hope for the best when Heidi comes up.
Is laid off for ball 2.
And she's okay in person. I just don't like her in the game.
He needs to get this frame over with sooner than
I disagree. I like Matt Vasgersian more than any other voice I've ever heard. I think he's the funniest man on MLB Network too. He's hilarious. Okay.
That's a base hit into left field.
Well, now I'm flat out on pace to blow this lead.
Runner
Okay.
scores from second, and they inch a little bit closer. It's now a 5-3
That's bad.
ball game.
Dan,
I
from
suck
a
at
pitcher
pitching today.
standpoint,
This
that's
is
a
awful.
backbreaker, 2 out, 2 RBI base hit right there.
Awfully frustrating. You're trying to make some good pitches. You get
But yeah, the
outs, and all of a
15
sudden you
years,
give up that
I just
big
get rid of
base
a lot of
hit
the early
that drives
lines
into
and just make him
frustrating for a
redo all of
pitcher.
it. Especially with the PlayStation 5, you could probably do so much in terms of commentary and have it be intelligent.
Standing in now, TJ Mercer. Oh, a fastball just about undressed him there. It's ball 1.
Right. Who would you
for him
suggest
here
then?
in this
Who do you like better, Phillies fan?
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip
If
to
you
the
want to do a
mound.
local guy, I like the guy with the Dodgers. What's his name? Joe Davis? Something really generic. I like him a lot.
A swing and
Guy
a
that took
shot
over
hit
for
down
Vin
the
Scully.
corner, but it bends just foul into the second
Trying to
deck.
think if they have people in San Diego. I don't know other people. Because that's how Vasgersian got the job. He was the Padres announcer at the time. Gary Thorne in 2K. I like Joe Morgan in 2K a lot, too. He was fantastic. That's how I knew so much about Joe Morgan as well. I always researched him.
2-2 count to the
But yeah,
Nationals
Gary
catcher.
Thorne. You see the Giants? I like him a lot, too. The other guy for the Giants I like a lot, too. I'd like to watch more baseball so I know all the
Line
guys, all the
toward right
announcers.
center.
Sato's
That
not
gets
getting that
down,
one.
and the inning
This is
will
bad.
continue.
Yeah, he's not the defender J.C. Ray is.
In to score is the runner from first.
Well, the beat goes on with this guy, runner in scoring position. No doubt when he comes up, he's thinking RBI. What does he do? Double the drive and another run. This guy is a money.
Oh, Ramjet, they keep the Santa Maria in. John Miller and Joe Morgan was the best combination. Yes, I agree. Yeah, I love me some Gary Thorne too. Chip Carey's decent. I just don't like the Cubs. And then Duran, yeah, exactly. That's where they exactly need to go.
At the plate
And
now,
you just like
Colin
make those,
Vickers. As
you
he'll
know,
look
transitions
at
where they
fastball
start
in
talking
there
about
on
the
the
game
outer
instead,
half. It's 0-1.
and then have it transition
0 for
back.
1
Yeah,
here in
and that
the
shouldn't be
early
too
going.
hard if 2K can do it too. But again, it's difficult to compare 2K to the show because 2K has what, 10 times less players to think about, and you know, a lot less guys on the field at any given time as well. But again, yeah, the commentary should be fairly
Swings through
consistent.
it
You'd
for
think
strike number
between the
2.
two. Of course, baseball having so many more games, they can't exactly do the same kind of updates that Madden does. Or Madden's like, oh, this was his big game last week, or whatever. But I'm not saying Madden's announcing is good either necessarily.
Going to need to make a little bit of an
But
adjustment. with
2K is the
slider
gold
release
standard,
and
it
at least
seems,
tempt
from
ahead
what
of
I've
that,
seen
it's
and
gonna
heard.
be
They
a
have multiple
strike.
teams, I believe, as well.
And he
That's
strikes
one thing
him
I'd like
out
to see in the
here, so he's
PlayStation
able to
5,
stop the
is if they
bleeding a
have
bit as this side is retired.
if they have multiple
So
like
the
broadcast
nearly bat
teams, that'd
around
be
here as 8
fantastic.
men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. 3 innings complete. Atlanta is on top 5-4.
Oh, that's what you mean, Ramjet. Yeah. I would make it so you still have like some Matty V special audio, and he just makes an
And set
appearance.
to go
in
is
the
the
booth real
second
fast.
baseman, Julio
Like how he'd make
Messerano.
fun of, or do the what am I trying to say? Like
First
Bob
off,
Uecker,
right
the
on
get
his
up,
way.
get up, get out of here, God! And he does it in his voice. It's not Bob Uecker,
After
obviously.
watching that one go by and a ball being called, you could rest assured he
Phillies
knows
fan,
he's
I think
not
I
getting
saw
away
that
with
video, the one
another
with the
of
2K
those.
commentary.
I guarantee you he's going to be aggressive on this next
It
pitch.
was a while ago. Yeah, it was probably what, 2013 or 2012 or 13. 2K. That's when 2K stopped, right? 13 or 14. It's something like that.
This one skied out toward
Is that in the
right.
corner? No, it's not.
Long run for the right fielder. He gets to
But
it and makes
yeah,
the catch
2K's
for the
baseball
first
announcement was
down.
definitely yeah, definitely
Into
seen
the
that.
box,
It was definitely ahead of its
Bobby
time.
Salazar, 0 for 1 with a run
Red Sox
batted in
and
thus
Yankees.
far.
Yeah, definitely. It's always Red Sox Yankees when you got to make an
First pitch
example video
fastball
like
swung
that.
on and missed 0-1.
This is Ari Salazar, my Rule 5 draft pick.
Is getting ahead early on, and it's been far from
And speaking
that
of
for
Rule
this
5,
guy
he
so
drove
far.
in the
Less
fifth
than
run.
50% of his first
Reached on a
pitches
fielder's
have been for
choice.
strikes.
That misses 1-2.
That's the third pitch out of the
He
strike
didn't
zone. I
look
swung at
overly
the first
full
two,
right there because a lot
unfortunately.
of pitchers will go to the breaking
You guys
stuff.
know.
0-2, but
Ooh, that one's off the plate,
ready
though.
for a breaker on
This
that
umpire,
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger.
both of his
and there
strikeouts
are
have been
2
called
away.
strike threes, and they've both been off the plate.
Next to hit will be
That
the
one was on the
pitcher,
plate. Okay,
Mario
I lied.
Emmerling. He
The other one
flew
was
out
definitely
his
off the
last
plate.
at-bat. A swing and a drive sent down.
This is my boy Emmerling. Let's go!
But that
I love
hit
pitchers
off
that can
the
hit.
wall in left center. And he'll He'll coast into second
Phillies
here
fan, me
with a
too.
two-out
I'm
double.
really hoping that it starts to get some traction.
See his arms get extended.
Especially
Right
with so
arm
many
tucked
people
up
on
against his
Xbox coming to
body,
the game.
barrel the bat
I
all
think
over
that
the
we'd
ball,
have more
and he
people in that
smokes it
Discord,
right
more
off the
people
wall,
active
left
if there's
center.
more people.
A little more hang time, and that one
If you
probably
guys
gets
want the
out of
link
here.
for that, let me know.
Into the box
Ryden
now.
or Scott
Soto.
or whatever you know
And
him
he'll
as,
take a
Scout
tough pitch
Scoops, he has a great Discord channel that unfortunately has been less than active in the off season. But they talk about baseball in there. They got a couple leagues that they're setting up, and I think there's a fantasy baseball league as well. I think we're in that one together too. There, Phillies fan.
The outside part of the plate for
And
strike
lots
one.
of good stuff regarding details. There's some minor leagues in there. Talk about the game. Just another great Discord if you care about rosters. I post in there with my rosters a little bit. Not a lot, but yeah, Cardiac Cardinals League. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I was messaging with him. I'm definitely in that one too. But yeah, if you guys want that Discord, if you guys like Discord, hit me up and I'll give you the link for that. Or I think you can still find it on his Twitter. Ryden rosters.
Fastball wasn't even close.
Here's Sato. I'm 0 for 2 with him today. 0 for 3 with him today.
Mercer is after it, and that ends the inning.
Yeah, not ideal.
Danger averted following the two-out double. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this.
John, am I still on pace to blow this lead?
Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do
there you go.
that,
There's the link.
Heidi Watkins.
If you guys need that, thanks, Phillies
Thanks,
fan.
Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point.
I'm still thinking I might create my own Discord just to talk about when I stream with the roster. So instead of posting it on Twitter all the time, I'll post it on Discord. So if you guys are interested in my stream times and you're interested in being here, I know there's a select few of you that are here very often. I can throw it there instead, put my schedule in there every week, and then it's on there instead of on Twitter. And I'll have a link for that, like, every once in a while being like, hey, if you're interested in my streaming, this is a link to my Discord, and then see you on Twitch, stuff like that. But we'll see.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Will you say I'm flat out on pace to give up the lead? Phil Snell 0 for 2 yesterday with a walk.
Here's a fastball.
He's got a 2-0 count here. Guess what? That means you're getting a two-seam fastball piped, buddy. Right down the plate.
He won't be out here very long.
Line down the left field line. But this is foul near the seats. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Yeah, no, well, the schedule on here is what I'm trying to stick to the most. And then I know I just have a little bit more of a reach on Twitter since there's just, I just get random people who follow me on Twitter all the time. So it makes sense to kind of have it on both, but it kind of floods my Twitter instead of putting other important stuff on there.
He walks the leadoff hitter, and
but yeah, I'll try to keep up with the schedule on here. I'll probably update that every Saturday or Sunday. It depends on when my schedule comes out for work. It's kind of inconsistent at this point. But I like what I have this week, so I'm going to try to stick to the same kind of thing we've been doing this week. But I got to get consistent times, and I think the night times are going to be a little bit better for viewership. I'd like to hear what everybody thinks about that too. If you guys want me to stream earlier or later, I can kind of do 2 streams a day. Some days, depends on if I work or not. But I'm not making enough money off of this to quit my day job. Yeah, Phillies fan, it's nice because so I don't have like an actual Twitter. I just have my Bacon's Twitter, and it's got I put all my baseball stuff on there. I got everybody who I follow on Twitch, and then a lot of people, just smart people within the sports industry, specifically in baseball, just that I follow, and it's a nice thing to have, I gotta say.
Good play by the first baseman to spear this one.
Of course, you don't want to get like into the toxic half of it where everyone thinks that they're smarter than everyone else. But that's how the internet works, right? There's a bunch of people who are just being dicks all the time.
all ready to
Oh, I
go
feel
at
that
the
too,
top of
Phillies
the
fan. This
fifth.
is late for
And
me.
that'll give way to the third
I'm
baseman,
up.
Bobby Getz.
Yeah, I'm up until about midnight every night, anyways. But you know, some days I have a bigger day, and start to get tired at 10:30. It's a weird sentence to say as a 24-year-old. Oh, he just got one recently too. Showtime. When was that? Last year? Oh, that was a bad swing. I'm in contact with him pretty often too. I was texting with him earlier just before the stream.
One swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing
Real good
this
dude,
guy way
Chase
off
Bass.
balance.
I don't know if I can say his last name on stream. I just did though. 1 and 2 to Getz. There we. Oh no! Come on! Get rid of the pitcher wall entirely. I want the pitchers to have no impact on defense. It's okay.
Stepping into the box.
Here's Chase Barker.
0 for 1 with a run scored thus far.
Yeah, Chase and I probably text. It depends on what part of the season we're in. If the Brewers are playing the Dodgers, I text him pretty much during each of the games. If I see something on LB Network about the Dodgers, I'll text him too. And then yeah, about this time of the year, about 6 weeks and the last before the games comes out, I text him really frequently. So he's always got some good information about what he thinks is going to happen with the game and my roster and his roster and Ryden's roster, and we just like to talk about the game in general. So I'm not sure if he watches either. I don't think he watches this specifically. I know that he knows that I know that he knows that I stream. Yeah, but he's not much on Twitch. There we go. That's another knock. John, am I still on pace to blow the lead if I score?
And that'll add an insurance run there from second to make this a 6-4
Exactly, yeah.
now.
See, and I try to follow smart people who are heavily invested in baseball, who specifically only talk about baseball. If you're talking about politics, off my feed. This is just about baseball. And I mean, my account, I'll post some Packers stuff here and there, Packers fan, and I'm trying to do that less. But I'll post Brewers stuff and I'll retweet about other stuff like that. But for the most part, it's MLB The Show, it's baseball, and it's like baseball analytics, and that's it. You just don't get in arguments with people who are, in over their head on Twitter. But yeah, it's not that scary. It's not any worse than Facebook or Instagram, I don't think. Here's Ryan Walker. I traded him to the Nationals. I mentioned it before on stream. I'll say it again. I won't trade between my two teams. There's no collusion happening here between the Spiders and the Kings. Absolutely no communication between the two teams. I might sign free agents if I let one go and then pick them up on the other team. That's a possibility, but I won't make trades directly to majorly impact either side. I simply don't want to do a rebuild where I tear apart one team to be able to send all the good pieces to the other.
Lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Into the box, Jorge Aguilera.
Come on, Aguilera. We got one run already. We've had 3 hits so far in this inning. I think they were all just in succession just now. Yep. It's a ball down.
Walker is a fairly prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff
that's a great question there, Phillies fan. For the most part, it was through the audio bank and just finding names that sounded good, or I made a face sometimes first, and I'm just like, oh, this looks like just a generic face. I'll give him a generic name, or but yeah, I paged through the audio banks a lot before creating the roster, and I kind of had a good idea of like what names were there, like Schwabenland and just stupid other long names. And I wrote them down on my phone. I had a spreadsheet in Excel that said like specific names that I wanted to use, and kind of just like threw it so it was like Ryan Walker, boom, that's a name, okay, or Julio Mesoraco, boom, that's a name, and just kind of felt it out, and then kind of I did some some statistical analysis with that as well. So like, you know, names like Nick or John or, you know, Joe are like more popular names. So I wanted them to be more popular names in the roster. And like variations of Nick is like Nicholas. So there still is like randomness from that as well. But the popular names are still popular in Bacon's fictional roster, and the like unpopular names like I won't use like, you know, Gary super often, or I don't know what other names are random ones that come to mind. But yeah, it's just whatever sounded good. Sometimes I use the random name generator. I could show a link for that. That's based off of ethnicities. That's how Zhang Zong Zun's name came up, Pirates pitcher. But yeah, they're not usually based off of anything specific. It's just stuff I see or stuff I think of throughout my day.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh,
and Jerron, going back to your comment, the commissioner's office is a great one. Yes, of course. Be like Mike. Not exactly. I didn't really want the teams to kind of have their own, like, you know, I didn't want to be like, oh, this is the World Series team, like when I'm building it. I kind of wanted to put in individual players, be like, this is their all-star second baseman, and then this is a decent shortstop that can't hit against lefties, and this is their speedy center fielder, and you kind of just threw it all together. And then I made adjustments off of that, like, you know, clutch is one that like really impacts the postseason, and situations like this that I'm in with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And then I kind of like built up, you know, veterans. So some veterans have higher certain ratings, like higher vision or higher discipline, just because they're an older guy, and I wanted to have like the veterans have more of an impact, stuff like that. But I didn't really have I didn't think the Giants were going to be the best team in the set, or the Mariners are going to be the best team in the set. So not exactly, no preconceived notions necessarily. I did want to make the bad teams a little bit better, like the bad teams in real life in 2016 better, and then the good teams in 2016 a little bit worse. So they're kind of just merged together. Kazuhito Yamazaki, I like that. I might steal that, Phillies fan. Yeah, lots of fun names in the game. Lots of Escobars, yeah. So I had to do lots of like Latin foreign names, or foreign Latin names had to be used pretty frequently, simply because I didn't have a lot to pick for in the audio banks, and I wanted to still have their names be said. But Escobar is actually a pretty popular last name, so that's the reason why there's a ton of Escobars, or Ramirez, or Dominguez, or you know, there's a bunch of other ones. I'm writing down Kazuhito Yamazaki. Cool. So if I continue the roster, he'll be one of the new guys. I'll put him on the Phillies even. Definitely gonna do more nicknames too. Yeah, that's a good point, Ramjet. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, Big Dog. What is it? Was it Big Daddy Wagner? There it is. I won't forget it. I will forget it. I'm gonna bat with. What do I want to do here? Second and third, we just took the lead, or we just extended our lead. I don't hit with Jordan. I'm going to try Foster. I haven't used Foster before. One of the new players on the roster. He's only appeared on Bacon's Stream roster. He's a right fielder in Double-A for the Orioles to begin a franchise. Play some catcher as well. Left field and catcher. Look at this. He's got a huge knock. A perfect on the first pitch. You love to see it.
And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield.
Yeah, Phillies fan, I try not to use specific Shorty Long. Actually, I had a guy named Shorty Hightower as a Road to the Show player. I never added him back onto the roster. Perfect sounds beautiful every time. Yes, sir. This is also my third spoiler. This is my third straight game in which I've scored 10 or more runs. First time with the Kings in that stretch. The first two were with those Spiders. But 3 straight games in which I scored 10 or more runs. But yeah, Phillies fan, I try not to use intentional references like that. So like a Pretty Boy Floyd isn't going to be one. Or like, I didn't want to use like, you know, there was never going to be a Pablo Escobar on the roster, like kind of stuff like that. It just isn't going to happen. I don't want intentional references. I might do it accidentally and then change it later on, but I'm not going to do. There's never going to be a Pablo Escobar on Bacon's fictional roster. That's right, Jerron. That's when I start to fall apart. This is the 6th. I'm on pace to fall apart before the 6th inning. So they put in a lefty. I'm going to counter. It's going to be Dominguez because we want more runs. Keep piling it on.
Dominguez will look to provide a little two-out thunder.
I'm very happy to hear that, actually, Phillies fan, especially after you knocked off my Brewers. Well, not my Brewers, but the Brewers. Yeah, you better beat the Cubs.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. And how about
nothing there. Nicely handled by Sorensen. So we get, what was that, 4 runs that inning? Right, it was 6. 5 runs score. Our second 5-run inning of the night. That's beautiful. You love to see it. I had a 9-run inning earlier today. So very nice to see 2 5-run innings in this ball game. I have Dunning up. He's the only one who's ready. I didn't even think about who I was putting up when I did it. But here's Chase Dunning.
Dunning is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
That's right, Scorman bunches. Hey, I have to, too. I have to keep adding on to this lead here. That was the issue with the last game, is that I didn't add on too much. I got to 13, and then I stopped scoring after that.
Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch
there we go.
in the 8th and 9th inning.
Elijah Fujita makes the play over there and right. We're just halfway done with this one. I've gotten 10 runs, given up 4. They were all in the same inning, right? Or most in the same inning. Emerling, not the greatest start. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, 4 runs given up.
He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Down 4-3 in the 9th. Pinch hit homer by Jay Bruce. Nice. Jay Bruce, Brewers killer.
Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
And then Segura. I couldn't stand Segura with the Brewers. Pinch hit single, then a Rosarena walked it off the RBI hit. Love it. Glad that you have a Rosarena too. What's his clutch rating? 99. I kid. No, you probably started the roster, or with the beginning roster, right? Because you're every pitch of the season kind of guy. So did you trade for a Rosarena before he blew up in the playoffs? In real life?
In there for a base hit.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice is melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game.
Sorensen with a knock right past my third baseman. Getz has not been great defensively, that's for sure. I don't think he was going to make that play anyways. It didn't matter too much. But at least he can hit it. If he was bad on defense and he couldn't hit either, he wouldn't be in the majors. Chase Dunning isn't awful, too. There we go. Pop up.
Parker is under it.
Baum is really going to be something for those Phillies, too. He looked great last year. Not Rookie of the Year, though. But a very good third baseman.
1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far.
Not even the best third baseman in Pennsylvania. Can I say that? I kid. Key Brian Hayes, the third baseman for those Pittsburgh Pirates. He's fantastic. He's going to be the face of their franchise for years.
And here's a fastball not close as he runs it to 2-1 now.
Oh, I meant active. But yeah, no, Schmidt's really somebody too. Obviously better than anybody who the Pirates have had. Unless you like 3 years of Jung Ho Gung. But Hazley's not exactly like a consistent starter either, though, is he? He kind of seems like a fourth outfielder to me. Watch Hazley for the rest of your call of Rangers baseman. Yeah, it makes sense, though. And then a Rosarena seems more like a left fielder to me than a center fielder. I might be wrong on that. He might turn into a better defender, but I think he's going to get worse. Had to mention Jung Ho Gung.
Top half of the 6th about to get started and set to go as the third
he
baseman.
Killed the Brewers for like 2 years and then fell off the planet.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And
this is Ross Parks, the pitcher for the Nationals. He's 1 letter away from Rosa Parks, but they're not related. No resemblance. Plus, I'd have him in Atlanta if it was a reference to Rosa Parks.
Side.
That's going to be a quick out.
Throw to first
Yep, gets
so
with
the
nothing
leadoff
there.
man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Here's Parker. He has a double and a walk. Scored 2 runs. Love to see it. Love to see that it's the middle of my lineup doing all the damage, too. Because they were the guys who ignited both innings.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
He's 3rd on the team in RBI. That's a sinker down.
You know he wants that on the mound.
I'd like to go,
especially
Phillies
if it
fan.
would have made the count
So I mentioned it before. I was planning on going to Minnesota last year, and then I was really thinking I was going to get a chance to go to Wrigley as well. And I haven't been to either one of those. Unfortunately, I haven't been to too many stadiums. Currently at 2 Major League stadiums. I've been to a bunch of the spring training ones, both in Florida and Arizona.
2-2.
Haven't been in Florida or Arizona for regular season games.
Again, he sends it out of play.
Lots of spring training action at both locations. It's a good spring break location. So either one, Florida and Arizona. I was going to go out this year too, decided not to. That's a ball down. Ball 4. There we go. Parker's second walk. Maybe I could do a perfect counter and a walk counter in the top left corner. Would that be too much clutter? I think I'm going to make my base smaller too still.
He can really hurt you.
So here's the cleanup hitter.
Love the troughs, Phillies fan. That's funny. I'm not at all surprised by that too.
Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Yeah, like I said, Franklin had a home run yesterday, 2 hits. He's got 2 hits today, including a homer. Would love another one, buddy. Nope.
2-0.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
He's got 31 walk per 9 attribute. Doesn't give up home runs, though. So he's going to walk guys, but he's not going to give up home runs. I wasn't sure entirely on his scouting report. I know he's a AAA starter usually. That's a hit. See what I have, Clogger on the bases. Clogger is what I usually call a contact hitting guy who has no speed. Like a Wilson Ramos in real life is a clogger. But for me, that's Chase Parker. That's kind of an archetype that I use within the roster. You have to have guys like that, contact guys who don't steal bases, that aren't really a threat beyond getting on base.
Stepping in now, Elijah Fujita. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Named it. I like that too. Jumbo Jim Johnson. He's the nickname Jumbo. Do they use Jumbo on the roster yet? I don't think so. That's a double play in the inning. That's fantastic.
Second for
okay.
1. On to first.
Yep. Taylor made.
The double play to get him out of
Our friends on Facebook, Phillies fan. Yeah, I'll take a look at those. PNC's at the top for you. Okay. Yeah, Minnesota. I like Minnesota in the game a lot, and I think I'd like Minnesota the most in real life too. It just seems like a cozy ballpark, and it's got some nice colors with like the light bricks, and there's not like a lot of advertising all over the place. That just seems like one that I'm going to like a lot if I ever get there. Oh, I did not mean to put Clark Young in. Okay. Yeah, be like Mike. Answer Alberto is exactly the clogger type I'm talking about. Young is not warm. I did not want to put him in here.
Sends that one out of play.
He's definitely the top. You been to Fenway, Ramjet? That's great. I'd like to go to Fenway for sure. I also wish I got to go to the old Yankee Stadium before they closed it, because that one has a lot more personality than the new one. No offense, Yankees fans who aren't watching.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. And the throw is there to record the first.
But yeah, Minnesota was on my list for last year and did not get to go.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Joel Snell.
You're right. You're right. Be like Mike too. He's not like a super speed guy, Alberto. I did like him online. I used him online a little bit.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Hanser Alberto. Nice to see him go to Kansas City too. I think he'll get on their major league roster. I think he's good enough where he's at least a major league hitter.
No errors so far for the Nationals. Here's a cutter that's off the plate.
Yeah, no stolen bases. Yep. You saw the Brewers play in Boston, Ramjet? That's great. I keep forgetting you're a Brewers fan. Ramjet and I live about 20 minutes away from each other.
Split-fingered pitch that's by him for strike 2.
Boston, Atlanta, Miami, only East Coast stadiums you haven't been to. It's great. You've been to the Trop then. The Trop seems like the worst stadium, I swear. Like, I don't know how they still have a Major League Baseball team there.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Just missed with that heater.
Really excited to see what the Rays do going forward. I really think that Manfred said this a couple times too, where it's like you got to resolve the current issues with Major League Baseball stadiums. And the 2 biggest ones that need something happening are in Oakland and in Tropicana Field. Those are the first 2 before we even think about expansion. So get on it, Tampa. I completely disagree, Phillies fan. I don't like Tropicana Field in the game. Yeah, one of the few people who do. Yeah, I haven't seen it in real life, so I only have the basis of the game and pictures that I've seen in real life or on games. I mean,
Blake Harrington will
oh, that's cool. At least you got to the Metrodome.
Number 54.
Oh wow, look at this. Here's an inaccuracy on my roster. But yeah, Noble, I'd like to get to Minnesota. I'd like to see the Twins. I like the Twins a lot, actually. Especially since the Brewers have been in the National League my entire life, or my entire baseball life. So I meant to change all the helmets to the new Mock Pro ones, and I apparently didn't do that for all of them. So Blake Harrington here doesn't have the newest helmet. That's my bad. I meant to have everybody do that, but nope. Oh, Detroit would have been a great one to go to, too. Yeah, Tiger Stadium. That's the highest requested classic stadium for MLB The Show, I swear. Literally, I see that all over, like, conversation, like, any forum for the game on OS or any other website, Facebook groups even, like, everything. People want Tiger Stadium. So hopefully we can make it with the Creative Stadium, right?
Fouled away. Bases are empty here.
Not as bad as people make it out to be? Okay. And it's in St. Petersburg instead. Wow, and that's an embarrassing at bat right there. Best concourse you've seen, Phillies fan, in Detroit? Okay. That's one I'd like to go to as well. Comerica seems like a nice place to see a ball game. I think I'd want to be there for a day game, though.
David Wooten comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other.
But that's the big trend in minor league baseball now too, is to have like just a concourse you can walk the entire length of the stadium around. So
coming to the plate now, Jorge Aguilera.
If you guys go to minor league baseball stadiums, that's a big thing. So what are we gonna do next inning? I'm still up 6, so let's do Thompson. Is that the nosebleed still was nice. Great.
And a cut fastball in there.
Yeah, I don't think I actually haven't been to Detroit before.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins.
Maybe that's on the list going forward then too. Once we have a little higher capacity, maybe a little more change in my pocket, and then Comerica is one of them that I'd like to go to.
30 years of age. This is his 10th
Probably
season
not this
at the
year.
Major League level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment.
This is David Wooten pitching now. Cutter, four-seam, slider. Everything moves away from a right-handed hitter. It's a fastball down or cutter down.
And I think a ballpark full of
20 minutes from Trenton. Yeah, they're in the new league. Yeah, that's right. So that's exciting. I'm excited to see the players in that.
Got him. So he's down on
That's another called strike.
Time here tonight.
Well, at the plate, he kind of got bailed out on that previous.
You got to be near some other minor league
strike.
stadium then, right? Probably more than 20 minutes. So
not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
At the plate now, Julio Mesoraco. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Yeah, closest one for me right now. I'm in Milwaukee, so I'm actually closer to Miller Park than I am to any minor league stadium. But the town I grew up in was about probably about 75 minutes away from the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers in Appleton. And then where I am now, I'm probably about 90 minutes away from the Beloit Snappers. Those guys are both in the same league. These double A and triple A teams about an hour away. That's not bad then. Get to see somebody who you're really excited for then, if you wanted to, of course. So that's cool.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat.
Yeah, Brewers affiliate going to Nashville is big because Nashville isn't too far away. I didn't like it being in Texas, and then when it was in Colorado, it was definitely no good. Did not understand that. That's a ball outside.
This ball
2
runs away
and 1.
for ball 2, 2-1.
Saw him in Trenton a ton. That's fantastic. Yeah, Aaron Judge was in AAA for a hot minute too, right? People forget he didn't get to the majors until he was a little later, a little older. He played college ball too, didn't he? That's probably why. I don't know. I heard Aaron Judge's name fairly early on, and then he got to the majors and really wasn't much for that first season. Then really blossomed into the star they have in New York now. A fantastic right fielder. Plays some good defense too, even. Big time hitter there. Obviously, you guys know who Aaron Judge is.
As he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here. Lifted in the air toward the
But that's really cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think of minor leaguers that I saw before they got to the majors. I can't think of anybody specifically in Appleton. And I didn't go to too many other minor league baseball games. So
Look at this. Gone.
that's Gordon Landry with a home run. Noble, do you know where in Mississippi the AA team is?
A solo shot here to left.
But they're all driving distance from me now. What's the AAA one? AAA is Gwinnett. That's also in Georgia. Is Gwinnett in Georgia? It is in Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, man,
The Stripers. It's a weird name. I don't mind it.
And he serves one up.
I liked it when they were still the Braves. I know that's not super creative when the team name is the same as, you know, their major league team, but it worked for Gwinnett. Especially being, yeah, they're in Atlanta, so yeah. Or they're in, not Atlanta. They're in Georgia, so it made sense.
At the plate, Ben Brown. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't.
I also like how the Cardinals have like the Redbirds as their minor league team. I like that a lot. It's a good fit.
To the right. Foul.
Yeah, I like when they're all the Braves too. Made it easy to memorize them then, huh?
On the outside corner, 1 and 2.
But yeah, you sell a few more T-shirts when it says Stripers instead, I guess. Or more T-shirts since you got to buy the new stuff when the new stuff comes out. I don't know. I don't understand the marketing, but beyond that. Ben Brown has been great against me here. I believe he's got 2 hits and 2 walks. I'd also like to I'd really like to be able to rebrand every minor league baseball team in the show. Or have like PDCs, so they kind of like, you can change which team owns Nashville or which team owns, you know, all your minor league teams. Probably not as big of an issue now since it's a 10-year contract for those PDCs. This is a double play ball. Let's go. Let's get it, Salazar. Yes, sir. We're not blowing it yet, Jerron, through 7.
Nats draw just a bit closer thanks to the solo home run. We'll march on to the 8th.
That's great, Phillies fan. Yeah.
At 10-5 now.
Yeah, that's not one of them that I got to go to when I was in Florida. I'm trying to think of specifically which ones I was at. Can't think of them right now. I went to more than I didn't go to, though. It was like, I think I went to 8 in like a week, something like that. But yeah, really cool. I'd still like to get to spring training next year. It's not going to happen this year, like I said. But next year when things are more normal, hopefully. That's what we were saying last year, though, right? Next year when things are normal. It's going to be the same thing going forward. But here's Ozzie Ramirez to bat for me. It was a great trip. Yeah, we went to so my buddy from high school, it was me, his dad, and him. And we drove. We're in Wisconsin, so we drove to Canton, Ohio, because I wanted to see the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and then we went straight down to Florida. And we stayed in the sun and watched baseball games every day. Yeah, probably the best spring break I ever had. Especially since spring break isn't a thing after college now, is it?
Pitch on the way.
Oh, that's a terrible pitch.
Definition of flailing there. It's even at 1.
Yeah, obviously did not happen. Yeah, I was gonna try to make it out to Target Field last June.
Sinker misses that time, and it's 2-1.
Still don't think I'm gonna travel too much this year. Money's gonna be tight. for the first couple months of the baseball season, so I can't exactly commit to going anywhere outside the state.
One of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
Full count now.
Really, Noble, you played there too. Maybe you guys were on the same field at the same time. What were you playing for, Noble? I don't know how old Noble is. Shit.
And here's the 3-2 from him. And a good
that was ball four.
Gets him swinging for the first out.
Well, I'm glad
I want to go to target field too.
That beauty of a pitch right there. You can't spot a sinker in a better location.
That was a great spot right there. Ramirez strikes out on a full count. Should have been ball four.
There's not a whole lot you could do with that. Textbook sinker.
Into the box now, Francisco Dominguez. Right-hander against right-hander, as this is a ball 1-0. He's 0 for 1.
What's up, Caleb? He's a freak.
So far.
Welcome to the stream. We're playing baseball.
The 1-0 delivery. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
And I haven't been to Canada yet. I'd like to go to the Rogers Center too. Especially when the Blue Jays were good. Oh, that would have been great. But now they got the second wave coming in. Or not second wave exactly. A new wave coming in. So I'd expect, the Blue Jays should get second in the division, right? Or you guys like the Rays more than the Blue Jays? I think I like the Blue Jays more than the Rays right now. There's 3-0 to Dominguez.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's
3-1 now.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your
Great
cap
City,
and
good food.
look
Can't
for the
wait.
next
Yeah,
one.
definitely. I'm definitely gonna go there eventually.
And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
33 Noble. Okay. Yeah, so you guys could have played at the same field then, at the same time.
Digging in once again, Bobby Getz. He's 1 for 4 for the game.
That's really cool then. Yeah. Yeah, you said you played in a non-beer league men's league, so so cool. That makes sense. That's cool. I'm trying to get into a beer league myself. I got a buddy who's gonna hook me up. Caleb, I know you like the Bay Rays. Caleb used to follow my or MK Wee Freak as he's seen on Twitch. But Caleb, as I know him in real life, used to follow my Tampa Bay Rays franchise and would consistently refer to them as the Bay Rays. That was some terrible base running right there. But it's the Tampa Bay Rays instead of the Tampa Bay Rays.
That's his second hit of
You got
the
it
game,
completely
and he
wrong,
goes
Caleb.
for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be
Danny
a
Jackson
huge
and Real
turning point for him.
Cormier? I don't think I've heard of either of those guys. I think I've seen Cormier as a different,
He hits here in a
for a
spot
different
where
guy.
he might
But
be able to put this one out of reach.
I don't know.
Yeah, Matt.
Another doubler for Bobby Getz, though.
Very well put the nail in the coffin.
Love seeing him swing the bat. That base running was atrocious, by the way. I'm sure you guys noticed that while I wasn't paying any attention to it. But this one, I knew it was going to drop once he turned his back. So right here, you see Dane Jackson 93 team. Okay. I don't know the other guy, though. Cormier? Yeah, Caleb, you definitely were wrong about the Pirates. And they're not winning in 21 either, so don't say it again. Real Cormier played for the Braves, too. Yeah, I'd have to baseball reference search him. I haven't heard of that guy before, I don't think. But yeah, here. So once he turns his back there, I know that it's going to land. And I didn't exactly get the best jump here in terms of base running. So Dominguez is still flat-footed on the base. And then he finally goes. And as he goes, Getz is stopping at first base. And eventually Getz does get on his horse. So there he goes. And then they have a play at second base. If Landry throws the ball now, he's out by a mile. And instead he doesn't, and I get safe. So there we go. Chance to score 2 more runs. At least 2 more runs.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball. Chase Parker's
And
walked
when you're
twice
already
today.
down 5, the last
Cardinals
thing
and
you wanna
Reds
do
too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look them up. I want to do that right now. Sorry, I got baseball reference bookmarked, so I'm gonna look it up. Cormier, Cormier. There it is. Yeah, the one I'm thinking of is Lance Cormier. Yeah. Canadian. He must be French. Cardinals from 91 until 94. Red Sox in 95, and then back in 99 and 2000. He was with the Expos in 96 and 97, and then a Philly from 01 until 06, and then went to the Reds. Yeah, there's the baseball reference right there.
Fall behind.
I mean, Phillies fan, we're in the middle of an apocalypse right now, so I'm going to say apocalypse too. Yeah, and yeah, you're completely wrong, MK Wheatfried. And your gut feeling on the Pirates was based off of absolutely nothing. It was just that you like the Pirates.
Like to see him
nickname was Frenchie. Yeah, of course, he definitely was French then, yeah. And there's the link, I sent that just now. For Real Cormier. This is going to be 2 more runs. Look at that! Chase Parker with the single. And it's 12-5. Is Duran still here? Am I blowing it? Am I flat out going to blow it? Chase Parker, single up the middle. You love to see it against Quezada there.
When you score 12 runs, simple as that.
Your gut feeling does work for March Madness, but March Madness is a crapshoot. That's not like the World Series. The World Series is usually one of a couple really good teams that win it, where the first few rounds of March Madness is completely random. I'm going to do Betancourt next inning. I might be safe here now, Duran. It's only 7, though. I'm telling you, I was up 8 runs last time. Or you were here for it. You know that. Mason Franklin, home run and 2 singles. He's driven in 4. He had 3 RBI yesterday. 3 for 4 on the day. Love to see this out of the middle of my lineup. They've both been on base at least 3 times.
Late swing and a miss, strike 2.
His heater's got some late rise.
Is there going to be a March Madness this year?
Late swings right now. You're only going to get to that pitch if you get the front foot down early.
Oh, that's caught. Oh, that's double play.
And there's your unassisted double play.
That was bad. I pressed L1 because I didn't think it was going to get caught. And yeah, Phillies fan, you were a distraction on that play just now. I wasn't even looking at the screen when I hit the ball. Or after I hit the ball. There is a March Madness. I really hope so. Yeah, here's the replay of that that pop-up double play. Lined into a double play is what they're going to say, okay? But Sorensen, yeah, catches it, and he's right on the base. So, yeah, that's a pretty bad double play right there because I had Parker going back the other direction. So we didn't get any more, just the 2 runs in that 8th inning, the top of the 8th inning. I got to figure out the last 6 outs here. I think it's going to be Betancourt and then Cobra Cole. There's one of your nicknames, Ramjet, Cobra Cole. I don't know what his real name is. It's just Cobra in the game.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Cobra is one of the audio names. Of course, the great Dave Parker was the Cobra. Former Brewer, played with the Pirates and the Reds. More specific, more notably. Beautiful pitch from Betancourt there.
That's what you call
yeah, Cobra Cole. He's on the Braves initially. He's one of the better names on the roster. One of the first relievers I made, actually, Cobra Cole. Big-time slider guy. He'll take the 9th inning for me unless I blow it here. Gets with a nice stab. 2 quick outs. Colin Vickers, 0 for 3 today, 0 for 5 total. He does have great stuff, too. That's right. Yeah, big slider guy. Throws a sinker, I believe, as well. Again, yeah, we'll see him in the 9th. He's definitely a potential closer. Not to begin with, though. He's in the 60s to begin with. But yeah, it depends on the direction of your franchise if he's your closer or not. Thankfully, we have the bullpen strength that I don't need him to be my closer, so that's good. Betancourt with a great inning right there. While we're talking about a different reliever, Orlando Betancourt puts a fantastic 1-2-3 inning there. 2 strikeouts, both on sliders, and then that great defensive stab from Bobby Katz.
Now we're going to have a conference
Davey
in the home
Martinez.
plate area, so it would appear
Again, I
that
really
we'll
wish
see
I
a
could edit
double
the manager.
switch here.
And not just because I give them number
Adam
69 for every
Parkinson
manager,
will come
though.
on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup.
I'd actually like to be able to, import over them the same way that you import over the real players. I'd like to be able to import over managers. Here's Fujita. I got him, then Aguilera. Cobra Cole's going to pitch next inning. It's him, Aguilera, and then Mesoraco.
On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of
12-5.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Again, thanks for being with me tonight. If you're not following me on Twitter already, do that. It's Bacon's Fictional. I also just got to 100 followers on Twitch here today. So thanks for everyone who follows me here, and especially to the 100 follower, MLB_SF_, I believe, Giant, what he's going for there. Appreciate it. Thank you. If you're watching on YouTube, come over to Twitch. Watch me on Twitch. I like the live viewership, and then you can interact with me in real time. See these games as they unfold. See me swing at sliders in the dirt right when I do it. But again, seriously, thanks for all the support. Anyone on OS who's watching, anyone who's here on Twitch, obviously. If you found me on Twitter, thank you. Appreciate you being here. And then, yeah, Phillies fan, like you said, don't forget to listen to Down in the Dugout. Down in the Dugout is the new MLB The Show podcast that Ryden and a couple of his good buddies put out on a bi-weekly basis, I believe, 2 times a week. So go ahead and check that out. I was on one of the episodes. I could link to that at some point, but I don't have that prepped. But definitely listen to that podcast if you like the show, or if you like baseball, or if you just like their voices. 1-2 now to Aguilera. 2-2 Aguilera. He walked earlier. I seriously do need to get a walk counter, because I swear I have 5 or 6 of them, and I don't even know. It feels like it's been 5 or 6 for sure. Aguilera was 1 for 3 though. His one was a gapper too. It was a double to right center. That was a nice pitch right on the corner from Perkinson there. That one's off the plate. There you go. That's the link. Is that the one that I was in? Phillies fan? They said I'm coming back too, so hopefully I don't have to wait too long. But yeah, I like all those guys. Interacted with them a bunch before that. I've talked to Ryden a lot in the last 5 years. I've known him for a while as well. That was the one I was in. Thank you, appreciate it. See, I should make you a mod then, huh?
Here it comes.
I do need some help with the links and all that stuff. So I do have an auto mod set up as well. You guys have seen that. It's Stream Elements in the comments.
Now a good pitch around the
but yeah, Phillies fan, if you want to be a mod, honestly,
I
would appreciate it.
Great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
2-0 now here to Mesoraco. I don't know why I almost botched saying his name.
Help there from Clyde Washington. The count is 3-0 now.
Mod on the Discord, yeah. Fantastic. No, I mean a mod on here. I have no interest in managing a Discord again. I don't know why I swung at 3-0. That was ball 4.
Left fielder is on the move. He gets there.
Could have added to my walk total, but decided not to. You know, I didn't want this game to go too long. Brown makes the play out there. This will be Cobra Cole now.
Takes the mound as he's been called.
Here's the stats for the season. 25 games, pitched 28 innings. ERA's just at 450. That's not awful. It's going to be 8, 9, and 1. Get these first 2 outs, and then we can quickly get out of this game. Let's go, Cobra.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these
big-time slider cutter guy.
At least for their own stats.
Another ball. Come on, let's go.
As a professional.
2-0 to the
5 pitches from relievers, pretty interesting too.
Down the right field line. But this is just
I added more guys, more relievers that had a 5th pitch in the most recent update. Just like 2-seamers, or some guys have like change-ups instead now. So. Okay, yeah, I got it, Phillies fan. Yeah, I don't want to be a mod on Discord again.
And it's
That's
fouled
for sure.
away.
I ran a league over the off season.
The
It still
2-2
is the
one
off season,
more
but
time.
early in the off season, and it took up way too much of my time. So I don't want to do that again.
And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
I'm thinking that they're going to do a new
He's
Discord
definitely
for the
gonna
new
wanna get
leagues.
greedy in
That
his
would be
zone,
my
and he's
assumption there,
obviously
Phillies
seeing
fan.
the
And then they
ball
can just
well, or
bounce
he
people
would've
from the
swung at that
Discord
pitch.
entirely.
Sometimes in these long epic
At least that would be my one
start to
suggestion
get
to
into swing
writing
mode.
about that.
Aguilera is there, and that's not the start to the bottom
Especially
of the
because
ninth
what,
this
there's like
crowd was hoping
300
for.
people in that
Out
Discord.
away.
Like you don't need this the drama from one league affecting everyone else.
Christian Casillas, as he'll get his
This is Christian
first
Casillas,
opportunity in this
231,
one. Now here's the pitch.
left-handed hitter or switch
Hit on
hitter,
the
I
ground
believe.
out to short.
99 speed. He's definitely gonna beat that out.
And they are not going to get him at first. He's
Yeah,
aboard
man, both of
easily.
those leagues were a mess. The other one ended
So frustrating.
well
Literally,
before the
you make a good
108
pitch
did.
and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast.
But yeah, both of them
You
were
think you have an out, all of a sudden,
kind of wild, wild west territory.
Yeah, this is definitely part
That's
of
for
his
sure.
game,
Our
the
first
ground attack. Yeah, he's a
experience with
speedster.
leagues
He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he
in a
knows
while,
how
actually. Yeah,
frustrated that pitcher
I'd like to
is.
see an actual online
This is a tough guy
franchise
to
instead of
turn two
leagues.
on. It's got to be hit hard if you're an infielder. You've
And
got
I'd like to be able to
catch it and get rid
use
of it quickly.
custom rosters, which we might not even have access to exactly.
Now batting, Ben Brown.
But it was really limited this year, and it was good, but it wasn't the level that we were expecting.
Ready to deliver. Here's
Just a
the first
DD
pitch.
light, essentially.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike one.
That's lifted the
There
other
we go. This
way
is going
out
to be the
to
second
left.
out.
Left
Cobracole's
fielder
running in
giving
some trouble, but
chase.
he's at least
He
getting
tracks it down and makes the play to record
getting
the
out.
second
It's
out.
okay. It's okay. Here's Howard Tompkins.
Standing
We're still up
in.
7 runs, though. This is the final out for these Washington Nationals.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
There we go. Strike right on the corner.
Taken as that one catches the outer part of the plate.
Just trying to throw strikes.
And
I
that
said I'm
misses
trying to throw
1-1.
strikes.
2 down, runners at first and second. And this ball swung
And that
on
is
hit to center
your
field.
ball
That
game.
should do it. And he'll make the catch to end it as the Kings have taken the first 2 games of this series on the road. As
Hey,
this
Cobra
one is
Kai works.
over.
Yeah, I actually
Set for
haven't
this
seen the
game from
movie,
very first
uh,
inning. They came out
or
absolutely
the
begging
movie
the ball
Karate
around.
Kid,
They took that
or the new
great
show
start
that's
to
out
another
now.
notch in the win
But yeah,
column.
GG's all around right
12-5 is the
here.
final in this
It's a
ball game.
big
The
dub
Kings
against
jumped out
the
to an early
Washington
lead in the
Nationals.
first
I'm
and
actually
never
going to
looked
simulate
back.
on stream a little
Chase
bit. We're going to
Dunning
go
earns his third win
3
of the
days
year
into the
in
future.
relief. Rich Parker
so jump in
allowed
my time
7
machine.
earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So
And
that's
we'll
a wrap here
simulate
tonight.
the second
For
game
Mark
against the
DeRosa,
Rockies
Dan
for the
Plesac, and
Spiders.
Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian.
No
You've
longer
been
flat out
watching
on pace to
MLB
blow
The
this game.
Show.
That's
For more,
correct.
find us
Since
on
we got the
Twitter
final out, I
at
can't blow
MLB
it
The Show.
anymore. Thank you for the analysis there, Noble. Look at that. Let's go through the box score. Hits. Yeah, again, I mentioned it during the game. The middle of our lineup had all the damage. Each of those guys had 2 hits. 2 through 5 all had 2 hits. It was Getz, 2 for 5. Parker, 2 for 5, or 2 for 3. Franklin, 3 for 5. And Fujita, 2 for 5. Lots of doubles in this one. Just the 1 home run. Pitching was good. It was the bullpen a lot. I meant to have Dunning go a second inning instead of putting in Young, but it still works out. And then Thompson got a hold, even though he gave up a run. Betancourt with a great inning, and then Cole to finish it off. My walk total was just 4 of them. Okay, see, that's why I need that walk counter, because I have no clue how many I had. And then actually, is there a way to see perfects on here? It's in batter analysis. Result. Perfect. I had 1 perfect. Oh, that was Sorensen. Okay. I had 3 perfects. There you go. Single and 2 doubles. So more walks than perfects in this one. Hey, I mean, I fought through all the downturns. Yeah, there was almost no downturns. The game log shows perfects. Really? Yeah, perfect. No, this is the sign for okay. This is not perfect. You think I forgot? Come on. It's in the game log though. Yeah, I'll check out the game log next time. I should have looked at that comment before I jumped out of the game though, huh? But yeah, we'll bounce to the Spiders again. Spiders will be the next game, and we play against the Colorado Rockies on the 5th. Shows the exit velocity too. Really? How did I not know that? I got to look at the game logs more often. So again, this was the game I played before. Spoilers, I lost. So here we go. Chase Dunning was injured. Interesting. There's a win in our final game against the Twins. So the Spiders salvage it. Let's take a look at the Kings. We won the series. We won the first 2 games anyway, so we're going to win the series there anyways. Scroll to the bottom. Result for every perfect. Great. Okay. Yeah, that's information I should have known about already, or at least read more recently. But that's great. I'm definitely going to look at that after games in the future. I like to compare walks and perfects. So here are the Kings. They lost the first game against Pittsburgh. They're tough. They're probably the best team in the NL Central. We'll play that game after I play this next game. I'll show it now. This is the Cleveland Spiders at the Colorado Rockies. They also lost the first game of the series. So not a great start in the month of September for Cleveland. We're actually pretty close to getting eliminated. I keep talking about this because once this magic number hits, the number 7, then I'm done playing with the Spiders for the remainder of the 2020 season in this franchise. And then I think the Kings are in a better spot. Yep, 17 is the elimination. So this will turn into just a Kings franchise once the Spiders get eliminated, which is just a matter of days. It should be about a week or so, I would think. It depends on if we can start winning in the simulations because it's different. I play a little differently in the game versus when I simulate. And then actually we do play the Pirates game because that's the second game of the series as well. So this is the game for probably not tomorrow. I'm trying to think. Today's Thursday, so it might be. I could do a late Friday stream tomorrow too. I could do a 10 o'clock start again. If you guys are up for that, we had some pretty good viewership and a number of people talking tonight. So I'm thinking we'll do a 10 o'clock stream tomorrow then too. Heard it here first. 10 o'clock tomorrow, we'll play the Cleveland Spiders at the Colorado Rockies. And I need to remember to bean Martin Zemecki because he forced the play that hurt J.C. Ray. And yes, I know that's petty. We're doing it anyways. But I'll be back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And we'll talk then. I'll see you guys tomorrow.